Hey, 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 it is Friday, Freeform Friday. Mark's message, Peachtree Corners, peachiest place on the planet. You can bank on it. And thank you, everybody, for joining me this evening. This will be a quick hitter as we propel ourselves into the weekend. I do want to recognize a few people. This is not about me, this is about others and giving back. And last night, Ken Walls, his Grow Live Academy, Mr. Grow Live Nation himself, had what I consider uh, a coaching session, a mastermind. We had the man himself, Jeffrey Gitomer, and in the audience was Glenn Morshar. They gave their uh, opinions, outlook on things. One was more reserved. You can guess which one that guy was. I think we're talking about Glenn. That's a good thing. Then the other was more animated and Jeffrey, but they both said the same thing. Learned a lot, was a sponge, kept my mouth shut. In other words, it's about learning to listen and observe and take it all in. And then from there, implement it, apply it. So I just want to say thanks to Ken and everybody on Grow Live. And with that, I've got to give my shout outs. So, first out of the chute, obviously, is the streamers, the Grow Livers, Ken Walls' organization. And then after that, we have Mr. Gittimer on his emerging sales winners, his diehards. And then we'll get into also the Megamind. Yeah, I like that group, the Megamind. A lot of neat things going on there. But the reason I'm talking here tonight is phrases, sayings. You ever heard this one? Like, do as I say. There's a good one. Or lead by example. And anybody that wants to jump in here, wants to throw a couple at me, feel free. I love this one. I know. What the hell do you know? TGIF. For all you lover boy freaks, that are working for the weekend, thank God it's Friday. Yeah, today is Friday. There's one too. Show me the money. I don't mean to be Jerry Maguire about it, but I've heard that a few times. Authentic. Here's my all-time favorite. He or she or they are just. Man, I hate that word just. I call a lot of people throughout the course of the day, and when I hear somebody on the other end say, I'm just the receptionist or I'm just the security person, well, we have a conversation about that. That's just my thing about that. Nobody is just. The good man upstairs didn't put people on this earth to be just. Okay, here's another one. All in. All in for what? Here's another one. He said or she said. Here's another good one here for some of you millennial types out there. Did you call that person? I sent them a text. Or WIIFM. What's in it for me, right? We're always looking at that. That's impossible. Or some people say why versus why not. This was an all-time favorite from my dad sometimes when he didn't want to do something with us when we were kids. Wait. I always used to think, like, what the hell are we waiting for? Wait for what? Okay. And then you get into these other people. I sold. Okay, cool. Well, maybe the organization put you in that position for that to happen, right? Show a little humility. Or I scored. Well, maybe the team again put you in position for you to knock down, whether it's basketball, football, baseball. Okay, I did this. Okay, cool. I get it. The big thing is earn it, right? Or how about this one? Can't, right? Or I always love this one too. I'm the guy. When I hear people tell me I'm the guy. So the reason I'm going round and round here with all these things, particularly like lead by example, there's one of my all-time favorites. If you really study a person and they're constantly preaching that, I got to take about 3 steps back and say, wait a minute. you want me to follow you by your example, and you keep preaching this to me, and maybe if you just went out and quietly did what you're supposed to do out there, people would follow you. Better yet, it's okay to be a follower and learn how to lead. And what I'm leading into is last night, there were a lot of things were discussed, and I'll call that a mastermind. And I like some of the things that Glenn brought up. I like some of the things that Jeffrey brought up. And my all-time favorite with Glenn, and I'm not going to get into it, but he talked about those 4 rooms. And I'm not going to tell you until you become a member of this Grow Live thing. So actually, you can hit me up sometime. Maybe I will tell you. But that's really what I want to talk about today. I just felt kind of compelled. And with that, I'm going to give some shout outs and challenges. Kellen Ann, I know you do cards. I know you're out there, and you'll probably see the replay of this. Maybe, maybe not. I'd love to interview you sometime. Tim Lord, you're another individual, very creative. Love to interview you as well. Eric Bam, the pizza man, yeah, I did you, so no worries. And then Brian Monahan, what a guy, Brian is a very cool individual, and you know what I'm leading up to here. Yeah, I'm going to pull out his book, and yes, I'm going to read from it. And, too bad if you don't like it, but I am going to do this. And this is September 25th. And in Brian's book, right here it is, Customer Delight 365. Yeah, yeah. And goes something like this on this one for September 25th. We've only just begun, and that's by the Carpenters. Now, Brian kind of beats himself up here, but really not. He says, we started this book walking, but it feels like we were running now. So by now, I have a corny side. Brian, that's not corny. I love my music, my metaphors, and my puns. My hope is that as you continue to read Customer Delight 365, you hit your own stride for creating customer delight. Thank you, Brian. Thank you, Brian, for reiterating that. I hope this book triggers something inside of you. It might be in the area of customer service. How about that one? It might be a kind word to a stranger. Better yet, it might be a kind word for yourself. That's a great point, Brian. Delight is in the heart of the beholder. Go forth and delight together. And that is awesome. And that's every time I think I've got this thing figured out, Brian comes up with some new stuff. And I purposely don't look ahead in this book. I'm trying to keep myself honest. We have a few people here that are venturing forward, the crazies of the world. Hey, Robert, what's up there, man? I'm getting wild here on free form. Robert is coming to you live from the grocery store. Yeah, dig it. And hello to you, Robert. That is an awesome thing. I know people are doing a lot of different things right here on a Friday night, and I get all that. But I just felt compelled to come on here. What I was talking about, Brian, if you just joined us, I threw a couple phrases people say out there. There he is. Kick-ass Mark Gasser. Oh, my goodness. Now, this guy here, this brother right here, Christopher Rash, it is I, Christopher Rash. If you go on his morning walks with Ozzy, hopefully Ozzy's okay, Chris, but his show is totally kick-ass, and it's unscripted, it's real, it's raw, it's resilient, it's all that. And I believe probably tonight he'll be on again, if I'm not mistaken. I'm on in a few minutes, but getting ready to jump on my own live show in 30 minutes. Yes, go check out Christopher's show. It is good. There's some really interesting things they talk on. This man is a deep thinker, and I always love what he brings forward. And his guests, man, they're just awesome. And hey, man, there you go. Robert's giving you a shout out. Ozzy is good. He's been boycotting the walks. Hey, come on now. That's not cool. I want Ozzy back. Bring him back. We all want him back. Well, Chris takes these morning walks. You got it, man. Hey, Chris, I'll check you out later on. I got to eat though too. So, I don't want to upset Gina, if I do this 24/7. But what I was talking about, and Robert, if you're out there as well, is all these different sayings like do as I say, lead by example, I know, TGIF. I said, hey, for all you lover boy freaks, show me the money for all you Jerry Maguire freaks, and all in. I sent them a text. I sold. I scored. I did this. Wait. All these crazy sayings. Good to see you, Robert. Okay, there you go, Robert. All right, cool. And I just wanted to point that out, or why versus why not. Can't. I'm the guy. And again, I'm going to reiterate this. Kellen Ann, love to have you on as a guest. Tim Lord, I'm calling you out. Love to have you on as a guest. Heck, I'd even bring Brian back or even old Eric Bam back here. But there's probably another person, if you're listening, Kirk Smith, my former colleague in college. We went to school together, classmates, fraternity brothers. I would welcome to have you back because you're a conductor, you're in the music biz, and what you're doing right now with COVID, because there are no live performances. And the neat thing about this particular individual, he is a CBD type guy. So, and Kirk, we need to get you back so you can talk about that and how you're impacting lives out there through your business other than conducting, as well as impacting our youth of America out there that want to be future conductors. And I applaud Kirk for what he does. Tremendous individual. With that, I'm going to back it on out of here. I promised my wife I would keep. Look who just popped in here. Hey, Brother Mark. Hey, Randy. Good to see you. As always, Randy, we had some sort of situation there, and maybe we ought to get you back because we were having some sort of buzz or hum in the background when you and I had our interview earlier in the week. And I don't know if you had Bluetooth or if you had headphones on, but I've never had that happen to me before. So perhaps we'll get you back. You're a very interesting individual. And I still say, I love the Road Warrior. All hail the Road Warriors. Cool individuals, man. They make it happen. So where was I going with my rant? Gee whiz, Randy got me off kilter here. But with all that, hope everybody did have a very successful Friday. Yes, what I wanted to tell you is simply this. Get your act together starting tomorrow. Get prepped. Get ready for the week. Do what you got to do. Spend time with your family, your loved ones, your significant others. I had a pretty good week out there. Sold a few things, and still got to keep working, keep grinding like we all do. And truly, this is about you. There's a lot of neat people that I have met through live streaming, and I don't even know you yet. You make comments to me afterwards. I just want to say thank you. And to you, if you're thinking about live streaming, man, climb on board the train. It's a lot of fun. You get over that first initial hurdle, and it's all downhill from there. So with all that, as always on Mark's message, I'm going to tell you, be a leader, be a friend, most important of all, be of service. Look to serve others. As always, Mark's message, Peachtree Corners, Georgia, you better believe it. It is the peachiest place on the planet, bar none. And as always, as I take my approach into the batter's box, as you can see, remember everybody, if we swing for the fences together, you and I will knock it out of the park. Have a fantastic weekend. I will see you Monday.